Hi, my name is Kylee Hope, and I'm the Director of the Division of Disability and Rehabilitative Services. I, along with our industry key partners, INARF, the ARC of Indiana, and Self Advocates of Indiana, are coming to all of you today to ask for your help. We need to talk about COVID-19. We are entering the winter season, and it is going to be rough. We are seeing community spread throughout Indiana, and in particular, we are seeing increases of COVID positive cases impacting individuals with disabilities and direct support professionals. We are seeing increased impact in all counties compared to what we experienced in the spring. Whether you are receiving BEAD services, whether you're a family member, a direct support professional, a case manager, or a provider, I want you to know that we have to be in this together. We must remain vigilant and careful with what we do day to day in order to combat COVID-19. We are all tired of this pandemic, but I urge you to take a breath and get ready to power through the winter season with us. I promise you there is light at the end of the tunnel. We are going to have a vaccine, and preliminary reports say it is safe and effective. However, we must continue to ensure a few things occur in order to maintain our service system. We must continue to remember to wear a mask, socially distance when possible, wash hands, and clean surfaces. This is to protect yourself, your loved ones, and your neighbors. We must also preserve our workforce. Prior to the pandemic, providers already had a DSP staffing shortage, and the pandemic has certainly exacerbated this valuable resource. DSPs are truly heroes that are going to work every day to ensure individuals receive necessary services and supports. A COVID positive case within a provider network can turn a stable workforce on its head in an instant due to isolation and quarantine procedures. This goes to my third point. We must collectively talk about backup plans. The time is now to start identifying possible alternatives to services that may make sense, like remote supports or caregiver supports. In our industry, we place great value on natural supports. We must tap into an individual's natural supports during this time in order to make sure people have what they need and feel connected. Families may consider taking loved ones home for a certain period of time. Friends may be willing to check in on individuals more frequently. We are asking everyone to come together and brainstorm doing things a little differently, and even asking you to do things that may be a temporary inconvenience. However, these short-term changes will absolutely have positive impacts longer term. There are specific program flexibilities we have been able to implement to address COVID impacts, and BEADS or your waiver case manager can walk you through what those are and how you might utilize them as part of your plan.
Hello, I am John Barth, President and CEO of INARF, the principal membership organization representing providers of services to people with disabilities here in Indiana. I'd like to thank DDRS and the ARC of Indiana for their longtime partnership, but especially now. We are all in this together, and we will get through COVID by coming together and taking the necessary precautions to keep each other healthy and safe. As Kylee stated, we are facing a difficult winter season with a spike in COVID-19 positivity that is affecting every community in Indiana, but especially Hoosiers with disabilities and the community of people who provide support to these individuals. We know that DSPs are the glue that holds the system together, and we commend you on your tireless efforts to keep Hoosiers with disabilities healthy and safe. Already facing a DSP staffing crisis that the pandemic has made worse, we must now redouble our efforts to support this critical workforce. Let's all follow the best practices that keep us all safe, collaborate to ensure that individuals and families have the support they need, and push towards a future when a vaccine will begin to ease the pandemic. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shawn, Fulton, President of Self Advocates of Indiana. I would like to talk to you about having communication when the virus gets worse, which it's going to this winter. And in communication means that you need to let consumers know about what you're about to do. and that's either shut down or slow down services. Because if you don't let consumers know, then you're going to be wondering why there is a lot of behaviors. And then beads might not like you having a lot of paperwork for them. So just have a lot of communication, better when everybody communicates together. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kim Dodson with the ARC of Indiana. As Kylee and others have mentioned, now is the time for families to be talking with their providers about a Plan B, a Plan C, and possibly a Plan D. Talk with your immediate family, your extended family, your church members, and your friends about how they may be able to help you if the unimaginable happens. We do not want anyone with a disability living in an unsafe environment, whether that is at home with family or friends, or in a waiver home, or even a group home. These last 8 months have taught us that we must have a plan. The DSP crisis is real, and it is an issue that providers cannot fix on their own, and it cannot be fixed quickly. We must all make sure that we are communicating together and putting forth multiple strategies to manage through these unprecedented times.
The holiday season is upon us, and it will need to look a little different this year. In the big picture, this is a small sacrifice to keep a sustainable workforce and healthcare system, and to keep everyone healthy and safe. The global pandemic is an extreme experience that happens once in a lifetime. What I have learned through all of this is that our disability community is strong. And I want to send my deep appreciation and gratitude to all of you, but specifically to the direct support professionals and dedicated providers and case managers. We are truly in this together, and we must continue to talk to each other, provide each other with grace, and help when you can.